Hello students, today I'm going to tell you really about a very important subject, that is marketing management, right? Before really I start the subject, really let me introduce myself. I'm Rahul. I'm working as assistant professor with the School of Business Management, Noida International University. We are delivering this particular subject to our MBA students in second semester. Now, before we start the subject, it is important for us to know as to what is the importance of this subject. See, when we talk about marketing, it's all about getting your products really, taking your products really to your customers, marketing them well, right? Howsoever good your product might be, but if you don't market it well, your success in the marketplace is always really going to be questionable. And that is the reason we talk really about this marketing management. Now, fundamentals of marketing, it is important for us to know as to what are the basic fundamentals, what are the basic key points of marketing management, so that our students can have some knowledge, have some information, and they can utilize this knowledge once they are out in the market for their placements. Now, when we talk about marketing, it is one subject or one domain which offers value, and value is always offered really through creating a good product, communicating about that product, and finally you should be able to deliver that product also. So in a sense, what we can say is marketing is all about creating, communicating, and delivering value to your customer. One thing, students, is very important for us to remember, that if you are not delivering any value either through your product or through your communication with your customers or through actually delivering to your product to your customers, your customers would always be highly dissatisfied. So marketing is all about creating value. And how can you create this value? You can create this value, deliver this value proposition to your customers by creating a product which can live up to the expectations of your customers. Not only product is important, but at the same time communication about the product related to a customer is also equally important. You need to communicate them in very clear words that what major selling points your product has, and that is the reason you must have seen the companies and the brands investing a lot of money in promotion, advertising, and sales promotion. Why? Because they want to communicate the major selling point, unique selling points to their customers. The customer would always be looking really to the USPs of your products, and how well a company can communicate about the products will depend on company's ability to use communication as a mode of interacting with the customers. And finally, it is also important for the companies to be able to deliver the customer products, the products which have been ordered by the customers to them. Delivering is important because it could be a instance wherein the customer has placed an order to you, but you have not been able to deliver on time, and that causes a lot of dissatisfaction at the customer's level, right? So in order to avoid that, it is important that I should be delivering right set of product to the right set of customers at the right time. So marketing is all about creating, communicating, and delivering value proposition to your customers. Now, when we talk about marketing, the importance of marketing is that it's all about satisfying 100% needs of 10% customers rather than satisfying 10% needs of 100% customers. That is very true, and this is something which differentiates marketing from selling. Selling is not concerned really about the satisfaction level of the customers. Come what may, you have to sell. That is the mandatory from the company, right? But as far as marketing is concerned, marketing says not only you have to sell your product, but at the same time you should be equally concerned about the satisfaction of the needs of the customers. So it says you don't look at the entire bigger market for you as a market to cater, right? You take only short market or a very small segment of the market, but you ensure that you end up satisfying 100% needs of the customers, right? For example, you are catering only to 10% of the customers in the given market, but you have to ensure that you end up satisfying their 100% needs rather than catering to 100% customers who may be there in the market, but ending up satisfying only 10% needs, right? So the job of the marketing is to make selling superfluous. superfluous does not mean that selling is not required. The marketing as well as the selling, these are the two domains which go hand in hand. Marketing without selling is incomplete, and similarly the selling without marketing is also, the success would be questionable. But what does it mean that the job of the marketing is to make the selling superfluous? It means that you create that kind of an information level at the customer's place or the customer's end, so that when the salesmen approach the customers do not have any questions to ask. Means he knows everything about the product, looking at the communication campaigns run by the marketing team. Now we'll talk about a very pertinent, very relevant topic that talks about evolution of marketing concept. The marketing concept, as we discussed, is all about creating, communicating and delivering value to your customers. It has never been same like that. Right from the inception of the trade and commerce in India as well as abroad, marketing concept was not there. So it has taken marketing years and years put together to evolve in the present shape. It started off from the production concept initially. Production concept says basically produce as much as you can. Produce as much as you can, right? If you produce in large numbers, when we talk really about the good old days, the people were not concerned about selling. They were not concerned about marketing or the society. They were more concerned about producing as much as they can. So they produced in great numbers, right? By producing in great numbers, the people said you can have economies of scale. Per unit cost of production would always be less if you are producing in larger quantities. So that was the production concept. From the production concept, one school of thought said, okay, fine, we are producing in large numbers, but at the same time, we should do something really for maintaining the quality of our product also. So thus the product concept came into picture. Product concept says not only you have to produce in great numbers, but at the same time, you have to ensure that the quality of your product is also very good. If the quality of the product is good, it means it will deliver value to the end customers, and the customers will not leave your system and they'll buy time and again from your system also. So the product concept basically emphasized on maintaining the quality of your product. From product concept, they move to the selling concept. Selling concept says hard sales. Come what may, you have a product, you have a service, you know each and everything about the product and service, and you have to sell it to your customers. You have to ensure that the company ends up getting higher sales, higher revenues. So selling concept is basically limiting or restricting itself only to the sale of the product, and they're not concerned about the customer delight or the customer satisfaction level. From selling concept, in the present era, we talk more about the marketing concept, right? Marketing concept, like in sales, also facilitates the sales, but at the same time, marketing concept says you have to drive value for your customers. You have to create value proposition for your customers. And how can you do that? You can do that by delivering exact value which is expected by the customers to them. So marketing concept is concerned about the satisfaction level. Marketing concept is concerned about whether you are living up to the expectation level of your customers or not. And now the very recent concept that has come up for our study is the societal marketing concept. That is also related somewhat to the marketing concept that we have already discussed. Societal marketing concepts is basically about the society welfare. All the companies which are doing business, India, anywhere else in the world, they are all existing in society, right? So they have a duty towards society also. They should do something for the society also. There are n number of brands in the market which are investing a lot of money in corporate social responsibility, which is a part of societal marketing concept. Since I'm existing in society, I'm earning my revenues, my sales from the society, so it becomes my moral duty to pay back something related to the society. This is what societal marketing concept talks about, right? So there are many companies like, for example, Toyota, for example, NDTV, they've collaborated and they are doing a wonderful job as far as electrification of Indian villages is concerned. So this is something which is aimed at societal marketing concept. Similarly, ITC, which happens to be a tobacco company, but which is heavily into FMCG also, they're contributing 1 rupee on every notebook that they are selling, Classmate brand of make of notebook which they are selling to the customer, to girls' child education. So they have done huge contribution towards girl child education. Similarly, Tata Group is also doing a lot of things. They've come up with many healthcare facilities. They have invested in protecting environment or from pollution and everything. they're providing healthcare facilities to many villages, many towns, wherein anybody can walk in their hospitals and they get free treatment, free healthcare attention and all that. So this is all about societal marketing concept. So this is how our marketing concept has evolved over a period of time. It started from production concept, as we said, which talks about volume, production, produce as much as you can so that you can have economies of scale. Then it moved to product concept, which talks about the maintaining the quality of a product. Then came the selling concept, which focused only on selling their products to the customers. And then the marketing concept came up, which talks about customer satisfaction and customer delight. And then the societal marketing concept, which says that every marketer, every businessman must realize that they have certain duties towards the society also. So they must contribute a part of their profitability for the societal welfare also. So this is how this entire marketing concept has evolved. Now, when we talk about major highlights of marketing, how marketing is different from other concepts, how marketing gave way really, the sales gave way to the marketing, why this marketing department or domain is so much of importance, why every brand, every company in today's time is investing huge amount of money on their communication, on their promotion, on their marketing products, right? So we'll understand the major highlights one by one. First is deep understanding of needs. Marketing concept always says that you have to understand the preferences, the needs of your customers. If you do not pay attention to this fact of your business, you may not be able to understand the need of your customers, and you may not be able to tailor-make your products. So if there is a gap between what a customer is expecting and what you are delivering, then your success would always be questionable, right? So in order to avoid this kind of a situation, it is important really for every marketer, for every company to understand very deeply about the needs, about the expectations, about the preferences, about the tastes, about the market trends. This is precisely what marketing emphasizes on. Second is more emphasis on relationship, customer orientation. While we talked really about selling concept was more of a company orientation. It talked about more of the interest of the company. While if you talk about marketing talks about customer orientation. It says that put yourself in a customer's place and think from his perspective. What are your expectations from a brand? What are your expectations from your company, right? And then you pitch those brands to a customer so that the customer ends up getting satisfied. So more emphasis on relationship. You need to build a sustainable business relationship with your customer. You need to be focused on your customers all the time so that you can provide such goods and services which basically satisfy your customers. Value driven, this point we have already touched upon. Marketing is all about creating value proposition for a customer. If the customer sees a value in buying a certain product, then only the customers will go, because there's a lot of competition. There's a cutthroat competition that exists. There are many brands, many companies selling the same kind of products. So why would a customer buy really from your system only, unless until he sees some value being driven or some value being delivered to him? So marketing focuses on that. Marketing emphasizes on creating value proposition for your customers. Customer satisfaction. That is something that was missing in the selling concept. Salespeople are not concerned whether the customer is satisfied with them or not, right? While the marketing says, no, you have to achieve customer satisfaction also. And when would a customer be satisfied? When there is not a gap between what he's expecting from a brand and whatever he's getting in the return. Because every businessman, every marketer must realize that whenever a customer goes for a brand or a company's product, he invests his hard-earned money. And when a customer is investing his or her hard-earned money, he is expecting some kind of a ROI also, return on investment also. So whether the customer is getting that return in terms of value being created for him or her or not is something that marketing emphasizes on. And then now the companies have gone a step ahead and they talk about of customer delight. They no more talk really about customer satisfaction. It's customer delight. Not only you have to satisfy a customer through your products and services, but at the same time you have to ensure that even if the customer has not expected certain things, you end up delivering those things to your customers also. Whenever you end up delivering those things to your customer which even the customer has not expected, the customer would be a delighted customer. We can take the examples of some of the eating joints like McDonald's. McDonald's is selling burgers. So when they started off their operations in India, they were not only selling burgers, but they were offering freebies in terms of free French fries to their customers. So the customer feels very valued. He is very delighted when he gets to know that if he is buying burgers from a McDonald's outlet, he's getting French fries absolutely free of cost. Similarly, if you walk into any automobile store, retail store, like for example, you are walking into a Maruti and you are purchasing a car, right? And the salesman or the sales girl is standing over there. They say that that with every purchase of this car, you will be getting a Pioneer or a JVC audio system absolutely fitted in your car, absolutely free. How does a customer feel when he gets to know that he's getting these freebies really from the company? He feels delighted. He feels extremely satisfied. So these are some of the major selling points that marketing emphasizes on. That you have to have a deep understanding of the needs of your customer. You have to build a sustainable business relationship with your customer. You have to drive value at every given point to your customer. You need to talk consistently about your customer's satisfaction, and at times you have to go a step ahead also and drive some kind of a delight to your customer, deliver delight to your customer. You have to ensure that most of the customer that you are catering to, or most of the customers that you are basically handling, they are delighted customer. Now the question may arise as to why the satisfaction and delight is important. See, no company in the world would be satisfied with one time transaction. You will not be satisfied as a company or as a company representative if you feel that the customer is buying buying only once from your system. You would want him to come time and again to your system and buy from your system every time he has a need which you can fulfill, right? So unless until you create some kind of a satisfaction or delight at his level, the customer will never really come back to you, right? Because there is no dearth of competition in today's time. There are many brands, as I said earlier, which are selling same kind of products. The price points can also be matched really by your competitors. Services, after sales services can also be emulated by them. But where you can create a difference is whether you can deliver something extraordinary to your customer which none of your competitors can match, and this is where you will create satisfaction and delight within your customers. Now let's talk really about the major functions. After the major highlights that we have understood of marketing comes the major functions of marketing. What are the major functions of marketing? What does marketing do really for a customer? What does marketing do for a company? Right? Promotion. Of course, there are people who have a misconception in their mind who simply feel that marketing is all about promotion. No, marketing is not about promotion only. Obviously, promotion plays a very pivotal role, very important role in the overall marketing campaign of a company. But we would be doing injustice to the marketing concept if we are limiting or restricting marketing only to promotion. Of course, promotion is a very, very important part. As I said earlier, howsoever good your product may be, right? But unless until you promote it, unless until you market it well, your success is always going to be questionable, right? So as we see all around, there are many brands which are investing huge amount of money in promotion. They're promoting through advertisement, they're promoting through sales promotion, they're promoting through social media, they're promoting through traditional modes of television advertising or electronic media advertising or print media advertising. So promotion is something which is done by marketing. So one of the major functions of marketing would be the promotion. Selling. As I said, marketing and selling both go hand in hand, and you cannot imagine one without the other, right? So marketing is something which facilitates selling. Whenever a customer sees the ad of something on television or print media or electronic media, he feels a little inquisitive. He feels, let's try out this product. Then he goes to a retail store, he walks into a retail store and asks really about that product, right? Similarly, there would be many promotional campaigns which would be run, on the ground level by the marketing professionals. The basic idea is to basically increase the information level of the customer so that the selling becomes a lot more easier for the people who are responsible for it. Then comes the product management. Yes, Product management again is an important function which is to be performed by marketing. The marketing basically, as I said, promotes product. So the customer knows about the product, the customer knows about the product portfolio, the customer knows about a company's product lines, what all product lines would be there, what would be the major specifications regarding the products that the company sells. So these are all the important things which comes under product management, which is to be performed by marketing. Then the pricing. Yes, pricing is a very important factor. What makes pricing stay out, if we compare it with this certain other marketing mix components, is that prices is something which brings revenues on the table for a company. So every company would be focusing on pricing. So marketing basically promotes pricing also. You must have seen the companies promoting you buy one product and two products would be absolutely free. All products available at 999 rupees or 99 rupees. Right. So these are the selling gimmicks or marketing campaigns which are run by the companies to promote the pricing of their products to the customers. Marketing information management. Yes, that is also a very, very important function. All the information related to the product, all the information related to the marketing, all the information related to the campaigns which are run from time to time by the marketing department of a company should be made available to a customer, and this would be responsibility of the team which is handling marketing or the marketing professionals to ensure that. Financing, that is also very, very important. What are the ways that the customers can get finances so that it may be possible that some products are big ticket purchases, high ticket purchases. The customer may not have the enough money to buy those products. So what are the finances available? Like you must have seen many retail outlets having collaboration with Bajaj Finserv or ICICI Prudential or such companies. So this is where the marketing plays very, very important role. Every brand basically promotes the financial companies that they have collaborated with, so that it is easier for the customers to basically get their hands on product through financing. Distribution. Yeah, this is probably the most important function of selling and marketing team. Distribution is all about delivering a product. It's all about making the product available to a customer. But we cannot limit or restrict distribution only to this much. Distribution is all about delivering value proposition to a customer. Now the question may arise as to how a company can deliver value proposition to a customer through distribution. By distributing the right set of products to the right customer at the right time. If any of these links is missing, it means you have failed as a distribution company. I have ordered something and in return the company is delivering me something else. Will I be a satisfied customer? Will I be a happy customer? No. I have ordered something but the company is taking more time than the company's commitment. Will I be a satisfied customer, happy customer? No. I have ordered something but the company has delivered that product to somebody else. Again, it creates some kind of a dissatisfaction level at a customer's end. So in order to avoid these situations, it is important that companies must focus on distribution. They must focus on delivering right set of products to the right customers at the right time. In today's time, most of the companies have outsourced this function. They have basically collaborated with some of the companies which specialize in distribution. They have outsourced this entire function. They are focusing only on marketing and producing their products, and the distribution is taken care by the companies having specialized in that.